poppin' Real 16 TV? It's cuz OP here back with another reaction. This time we're reacting to That's Not Hip Hop. wak100 interviewing Pop Smoke's Killer. Unfortunately, we're gonna go ahead and start the screen recording in 3, 2, 1. Video playing out. And when I say unfortunately, I don't mean unfortunately for bro. It's a good thing for bro. I just mean unfortunately in general.
You chose.
I ain't gonna lie, my camera might die. So
to do the unthinkable.
We're gonna see where this goes.
I've been getting battered, harassed, because you, the white guy, wanted to shed a, I'm not gonna call it dark, light on this Pop Smoke situation.
Right.
You know, that, Adam, that's not hip hop.
You really gonna do this argument that everybody else has already been doing?
It's not hip hop, Adam.
It's not. What's not hip hop about it? He killed a famous rapper.
Okay, so critiquing, I'll say this. No, it's not necessarily hip hop, but does it have precedence? It has precedence, it does. Because Pop Smoke was a big deal, and actually getting to the end of his story is very important for people that are the fans. Hell, I just drove home listening to Pop Smoke earlier. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. What you know about love, whatever song it was. But Pop Smoke, I used to think he was fire when he was like, when he had the first song, and it just sounded like he was growling out there with a group of people when he had the puff coat on. I always like Pop Smoke. So it is kind of nice to hear what happened at the end. But I guarantee some fans are sitting there like, damn, you putting money in the pocket of the killer. You know what I'm saying? This gonna get him more clout, more attention, more people paying attention to him. Which I don't have no problem with it. Good for bro, because it's like, yeah, you're changing your life around. In my mind, he changed his life around. You know what I'm saying? So good for bro. But still,
very important part of the storyline.
You don't think it's distasteful?
And that's an awful lot. Plan B is a tough ass
shirt. I understand that a lot of people think that the purpose of podcasts is to make them feel warm and fuzzy inside and to make them feel like everything in the world is okay. But the truth is that there are important conversations that we need to have that will illuminate and provide insight into what's going on in the world that aren't going to make you feel.
Before podcasts almost went mainstream, I feel like their jobs was to highlight stuff that nobody was paying attention to. Now they're most people's main news feed, and that's why certain podcasts is getting all the attention and shit like that, because instead of you going to go on the internet just to look for obscure different things, we come back to the internet for specific stuff all the time, including people like Adamsley too.
Good. They're actually going to make you confront evil.
I've been watching his shit since I was 17. Man, that's almost, that's literally like 10 years.
That might,
literally.
People may say, well, if you do that, you can get on the big platform. Why give it a voice? I mean, at the end of the day, what about Pop Smoke's family?
But that don't 100% make sense neither, because a young child gonna be like, I'm gonna go smoke somebody, get juvenile life, wait the 5 years, and one day I'm gonna be the shit, you know? That doesn't even make sense.
And the friends and loved ones, you know what I mean? Listen.
They deserve to know more than anyone else.
Hold on, listen.
Wouldn't you want that information if somebody killed somebody that you loved?
I mean,
wouldn't you want to know who the perpetrator was?
You got you right. And then think about it. Yeah. Pop Smoke did have a lot of positive messages in his music.
But they already, as far as the family was concerned and stuff like that, they already have figured out, you know what I'm saying? Because the people went to court. They already know who, or at least have an idea who they think did it. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's not true, there's there's somebody to blame. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really see it highlighting on a podcast as something that would be necessary, besides the fact of the fans and other people that enjoyed him. Because once he became a public figure, people that enjoyed him included them in their life, you know what I'm saying? With his music playing while they're doing stuff.
Why didn't you edit that out when he said that?
I think if you're going into a podcast with somebody who is entirely known because of the evil that they've brought into the world, and then you edit it to make it seem less evil, I mean, why did you even do it in the first place? To me, it's like, when I went into that conversation, I was expecting him.
And I just want to throw out there, I don't think what he did was necessarily evil. I think it's wrong. But I think if he really trying to redeem himself on some real shit, a lot of them will be bringing up that they Christian. You know, if you know anything, Moses killed the nigga. Paul was a serial killer. Like, he killed Christians, and then God found him, and then he never killed a Christian again. You know what I'm saying? Jesus hung out with a hater. He knew Judas was going to be a hater. Like, you know what I'm saying? This the Bible. So, like, what I'm getting at is people have, well, Judas didn't redeem himself. You know what I'm saying? So that's different. But people have room to redeem themselves. You know what I'm saying? People have room to change who they are. And even though this is a fucked up situation, you know, I look at it like, if you the evil live the longest or whatever, you know, what they say, the good die young. So if you evil, nigga, you might live to be 125, or you just not purely good. It might have just been Pop Smoke's time. You know what I'm saying? God might have been calling that nigga home, and in a sense, he might have changed Blockstar's whole life, because Blockstar could have went down to be like one of the worst tyrants in the world, and this situation happened. Now Blockstar, even though he not saying it, he feel remorseful. It might have just changed this person for the rest of his life.
To be more repentant and to probably like.
And it better have, a nigga died.
He said sorry.
So it better change your life, but
I
still.
was like, oh shit.
So why?
That's a plot twist I did not see coming.
At no time did you say, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have did this. And why didn't you just stop the interview? Just stop. Why didn't you? Because the people in New York are really disgruntled. They're upset. Why didn't you just stop the interview?
I don't really think they are. I think that the hip hop media,
and I really like Pop, so don't judge me joking about shit as I don't respect motherfuckers. I just that's the way I deal with pain a lot of the time, or not even pain.
For sure, from my perspective, when I got done that interview, I said that was a way more emotionally in-depth interview than I expected. It was a lot more illuminating than I expected it to be.
Cause you could hear it in his voice. He had the lump in his throat. You could hear, even though he wasn't admitting that he was remorseful, you could hear the pain in his voice. Like, even though he got to come to No Jumper, you could tell like he don't like the reason that he made it there. He probably wish he was just rapping or doing some normal shit. You know what I'm saying? He don't like the reason he made it there. I'll give bro that. I could feel it. He wasn't happy about what happened.
To the body, like really,
What would you have done differently?
Shut up. Whack is back. Listen, when a nigga put in work, he put in work for a reason. All right? Let's stop with all the bullshit. When somebody goes against a man, I know this sounds distasteful. Nobody is apologetic for completing the mission. When our military went out to get Bin Laden, right, Saddam?
And on the other end, that's just as true. He at the time in his life, he was built for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's not still built for that, but he probably don't want to be no more. But he was generally built for that. You know what I'm saying? He could do that. So in the moment, he not really thinking about it like he did right or wrong. He looking at it like I did what I had to in the situation that they in. Is like, you don't look at that as like it's a job, but people in that lifestyle, they look at it like it's a job. And you know, if say there was a cop or something, and he go in and he kills somebody on the job, he don't look at it like, well, no. Hopefully, it puts some pain in his heart. But a lot of motherfuckers is just like, nigga, I was doing my job, and I'm not saying what bro was doing was right. But say in your mind, you look at that as a job. You probably feel like you was just doing your job, you know, or doing what you was supposed to do in this circumstance. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
I think they could have did it. I think they shouldn't have robbed him in the first place. But they definitely could have did it without killing the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You understand what I'm saying?
I don't think it's fair to compare Pop Smoke to a terrorist.
No. What I'm saying is, when you,
or you know what I'm saying, they could have definitely put this shit in his arm or his leg, and I'm not just giving other options. They could have did all types of stuff to make it to where this nigga still lives and they still got what they needed. Because if you know what I'm saying, he quote unquote he was a gangster, so he probably, or he was a tough person. He probably wouldn't have the police wouldn't have been looking for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It would have been like he would have just took it on the chin. So y'all could have did
your man.
He didn't set out to get his man.
No, they went on a mission.
They went on a robbery mission. They didn't want to kill someone. They went on a mission that day.
Right. Yeah. And you set out to get your man. The only time a person might feel the least bit remorseful is if a stray hits an innocent bystander. But if you set out to go get your man, when I used to go rabbit and quail hunting, right? I had a 410 shotgun. Shout out to T-Police.
Elmer Fudd.
We would go up there to Bakersfield, right? And Papa Haynes, and I would stalk that rabbit and that quail. And when I took aim,
Nimrod.
it went boom,
Real Nimrod.
with that single shot, and that rabbit did a turtle flip, duck, turtle. I jumped for joy. I was excited.
Because you did. I get what he's saying. In the case of going to go hunting, I did what I was supposed to do. I achieved the mission. But I'm like, if you came there to get money and stuff, right? And a nigga end up dead. That's not what the fuck. You didn't. The objective wasn't to get the nigga. The objective was to get the money. So it's like going. Technically, you going hunting for berries and you just kill rabbits. You know what I'm saying? It's like I went to go get some berries and I killed the rabbit. You know what I'm saying? That it's not the same thing. It really ain't. But I get what he was trying to say.
Think that you making this.
And also with my Nimrod comment too, if you ever see, he said Elmer Fudd in Bugs Bunny, they call him Nimrod. That's a joke on the fact that like the greatest hunter supposed to be ever in the Bible or whatever, his name was Nimrod. But now it means like you stupid, which is it's ironic. Cause my apologies, my camera had died yesterday, but y'all basically get the gist of what's going on. Another video out for y'all. Continue to like, subscribe, and share. Holler at me. Bye.